She's clearly doing this because she's trying to prove to the mainstream media, because now they're starting to talk about this whole birth being fictitious coming from Meghan. So she's trying to put out there to the haters, look, it is me giving birth. See, I'm in the hospital dancing like a skank.
She's got form for strapping on baby bumps.
There's something very wrong with that shape, in my view.
I think they split within 12 months.
Developing today. It was the slut job that ricocheted around the world for all the wrong reasons. Meghan Markle believed that she would finally put to rest the ongoing and, I believe, very accurate speculation that she had been wearing a moon bump, given that if these children were not born by Meghan Markle's body, then they are unable to sit in the line of succession, the royal line of succession. We're talking about Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, of course. Then this video, and let's take a look at some of it, because this video has horrified so many, because Meghan quite clearly here is in some type of moon bump. This is not a natural body position. That's before you even get to the fact.
She was never supposed to speak, but now the woman behind Meghan's royal pregnancies is ready to blow the whole lie wide open.
In there. Is that a real baby bump, or has she strapped it on? Because
really weird.
She's got form for strapping on baby bumps.
For years, whispers trailed Meghan Markle's pregnancies. Now, a woman known only as DL is ripping the veil off the biggest royal secret of our time, claiming she's the real mother of Archie and Lilibet, not a surrogate, the surrogate. According to her, she was recruited by a top-tier hush-hush California agency with one goal: carry the children, then disappear.
Comes out with this video of her in the hospital room, apparently getting ready to give labor to this child, Lily. Now, first of all, there's a few things I have to say about this video, okay? Looking at this video, the first thing that comes to mind is that stomach is too big.
DL says she wasn't allowed contact with the outside world, no phone, no visits, just a rotating schedule of medical appointments and monitored rest. She lived in silence while Meghan stepped into the spotlight, smiling for cameras with a carefully padded belly and perfectly rehearsed maternal glow.
So what do you think as you see it? I think
there's something very wrong with that shape, in my view. I don't know. Look, I'm mesmerised, but I'm kind of sick. Do you know what I'm thinking? I'm glad the Queen is no longer with us, because oh my Lord, how she would be.
While Meghan was sipping tea with Oprah, DL says she was bleeding, contracting and delivering the royal heirs in clinical anonymity. The arrangement: keep quiet, take the check, vanish.
Those images, it's so undignified. I don't know, call me old-fashioned, but I'm finding that quite uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable. I don't think, because she's done this before for photos.
But DL has had enough of being treated like a disposable prop in Meghan's royal performance. She's stepping into the light, voice trembling but unbroken, with claims that make Buckingham Palace shake to its core. She's no longer the woman behind the curtain. She's the woman who could burn the whole stage down.
I don't think that is a real baby bump. I think
way too big. It's way too big.
And sort of too low.
Remember Meghan's pregnancies? So mysterious, so controversial. No hospital photos, no media frenzy, no royal doctors standing on the steps of the Lindo wing, just a press release that read like it skipped a chapter. Archie is here. Wait, wasn't she just pregnant?
She comes out with this video of her in the hospital room, apparently getting ready to give labor to this child, Lily. Now, first of all, there's a few things I have to say about this video.
Then came her first public appearance, limb radiant, practically glowing like she hadn't just given birth. Social media went wild. She's magical, fans cooed, but skeptics raised an eyebrow. Some pointed to her waistline, others to her energy. All asked, how is this physically possible?
Okay, looking at this video, the first thing that comes to mind is that stomach is too big. It's too big. I showed it to my husband, and he was like, it looks like she's giving birth to triplets. And I'm like, yeah, whose belly is that big?
And then there was the video. Meghan mid-dinner view sitting down, Her baby bump didn't just crease, it folded. Not soft skin folds, hard, unnatural creases. The internet lit up. Moon bump rumors exploded. Royal defenders scoffed. Conspiracy nuts?
Okay, now she's clearly doing this because she's trying to prove to the mainstream media, because now they're starting to talk about this whole birth being fictitious.
But DL says it wasn't paranoia, it was preparation. She alleges Meghan wore silicone pregnancy bellies, prosthetic bumps, specially molded for each trimester. She rehearsed every step, every pose. Every bump photo was choreographed like a movie scene.
This whole birth being fictitious, coming from Meghan. So she's trying to put out there to the haters, look, it is me giving birth. See, I'm in the hospital dancing like a skank. I couldn't believe I saw her dancing like, I'm sorry to call her that word, but she is. You're a duchess. Who does this? Who behaves like this?
When Archie's birth certificate hit the press, something was immediately off. Meghan's actual name, Rachel Meghan Markle, was gone. In its place, Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex, odd. Definitely, but not a
who is supposedly pregnant. Sit your Duchess of Sausage butt down. What are you doing? Dancing all provocatively, supposedly pregnant in that big fake looking bump. I'm sorry, it doesn't even make sense.
Meghan blamed the palace. The palace blamed Meghan. But DL, she says, this wasn't a clerical error. It was legal smoke and mirrors. According to DL, it was all part of a strategy to cover up a secret that could shake the monarchy that Meghan never gave birth. She says she signed airtight NDAs, was promised private medical care, and received carefully crafted contracts. She has records, ultrasounds, timeline documents, even correspondence between Meghan's legal team and the elite agency that orchestrated the surrogacy deal.
Fresh from repeatedly telling us that they were escaping the United Kingdom because they wanted privacy. They hated the press. They hated everything to be involved in the intrusion in their lives. And then they had their little children and the feral children, and they left them with the chickens. And all she does now with her jams that are crap is...
She claims the agreement was clear. DL would be compensated and erased. But Meghan wanted more than children. She wanted the image of motherhood. Now that DL is speaking out, the legal machine is trying to bury her. But she's got receipts, and she's willing to take them to court. This isn't gossip, it's litigation. And if DL's evidence holds up in court, Meghan's entire pregnancy narrative could come crashing down like a house of cards built on lies. This isn't just about Meghan. According to DL, Prince Harry wasn't just a passive husband caught in the middle. He knew. DL claims Harry personally visited her during the pregnancy. Evan penned her a handwritten letter of gratitude. That alone shifts this from scandal to constitutional chaos.
We're playing it. She's waiting for she's twerking with the baby to try and make the baby come. This is to induce Elizabeth's birth. She's dancing in front of the camera. Oh God, it looks like a lap dancing club with pregnant women. He's also dancing in front of the camera.
The monarchy isn't just celebrity theater. It's built on bloodlines. It governs who gets titles, who inherits power. If both royal children were born through surrogacy and it was kept secret from the crown, then we're looking at the biggest royal cover-up since Edward VIII abdicated the throne. DL's claims could unravel the legitimacy of Archie and Lilibet's places in the line of succession. Palace insiders whisper of legal meetings, crisis summits, and anxious consultations with constitutional experts. This isn't just a PR disaster. It's an existential threat to the monarchy.
Gosh, where does this... I mean, I think that they're going to do another reality show. I think that they are going to have to break down and continue to spill, because I don't think that any of their commercial ventures are working. But this is not the way. This is not the path. I think she's being completely destructive to her own brand.
If it's true, then not only was the public misled, but so was the Queen, the Commonwealth, and every taxpayer funding the royal lifestyle. And for Prince Harry, there's no walking this one back. The claims from DLR, enormous, life-shattering, yet from Meghan and Harry's camp. Not a word. No Instagram rebuttal, no strongly worded denial. Not even a planted page 6 leak. And that silence is screaming louder than any headline.
Mainstream media.
Yep.
Because of their basically their woke narrative fits in exactly what the mainstream media wants to portray.
Social media is in meltdown mode. Supporters who once hailed Meghan as a modern Diana are suddenly deleting tweets.
Influencers who championed her causes are going eerily quiet.
The people who criticize them are, in our kind of bubble, really. You'd be amazed.
In the world of media-savvy royals, silence is rarely strategic. It's usually panic. And this time, that silence could cost Meghan everything from her public image to her carefully constructed brand. She's not just losing fans, she's losing trust.
When you said that we were going to be discussing this, I checked up what it was all about. And actually,
behind the scenes, insiders say things are boiling over. Harry, once the cheeky, confident prince, is unraveling under the pressure. He's reportedly lashing out at staff, cutting ties with old friends, and begging
Meghan Markle for something else she's been doing. I'm not kidding you. But here's my theory. My theory is that because of that protection they've been afforded by the mainstream media, that they're so out of touch with what the regular people believe that I think.
But Meghan, according to palace insiders, has refused. Admitting it makes it real, she allegedly told him. And in the face of mounting evidence, she's choosing media control over transparency. Sources claim the couple is now sleeping in separate rooms. The dynamic has shifted. Meghan is in full damage control mode, talking to PR advisors and legal consultants. Daily, meanwhile, Harry is said to be sinking paralyzed by the fear of what happens if the truth explodes. And it just might. DL has reportedly agreed to a DNA test. She's lawyered up. She's ready to go public. And
because how can we know that it's not? Given that this clearly is not.
This is the twist no one saw coming. DL isn't just speaking. She's submitting to a DNA test. She's ready to go under oath, publicly, legally, and with a televised deposition that could shatter the royal fairy tale. Her team claims to have hard proof, ultrasounds, contracts, agency communications, and yes, delivery records. The test could answer the question that's haunted royal watchers for years.
A bump that at all looks like a human pregnant bump. Alexandra Marshall, what do you make of this video?
If the results confirm DL's claim, the fallout will be instant. His Royal Highness titles, gone. Succession rights, questioned. Public funds, frozen. The palace's carefully curated silence would
my friend, when you invited me on this show, you didn't say you're going to traumatize me. I am an ambassador.
Behind palace gates, contingency plans are reportedly being drawn. Quiet discussions about how to distance the monarchy from Harry and Meghan without triggering a full-scale public revolt. This isn't just about royal protocol anymore. This is about protecting the throne from a truth it never wanted to face. Meghan's entire brand mother, activist, feminist icon, is now under fire. Her Netflix series on motherhood, suddenly awkward. Her speeches on maternal strength, now suspect.
Otherwise, this video would be playing on repeat. But basically, with this whole Meghan Markle thing, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. They were so desperate to be the victims of the press. Well, that's exactly what Harry's gone out and done. And they pretend to want privacy and to be left alone and respect. And then they go and drop something like this, which, I mean, I know she's not the brightest, most in-touch person in the world, but even she would know that this video is going to attract all the wrong kinds of attention. And you can't tell me it's got nothing to do with the timing of this release, which you would have thought would be around the time of the birth, not, years later. It's because they've had such a monumental failure with their products and their services online that their attention-seeking money revenue streams are drying up. And so this is like a last-ditch, bottom-of-the-barrel effort. You said, will it bring her down? She's got to get off the floor before you bring her back down again. I mean, there's nowhere for her to go, and she's not going to.
Once gushing blogs have gone dark. Her maternity fashion, once lauded as revolutionary, now faces scrutiny. A former stylist even hinted not everything was as it seemed. Palace aides are speaking anonymously, saying that pregnancy-related questions were outright banned. You ask, you're gone, one insider revealed. It wasn't just curated, it was controlled.
But it is painful. But let me just ask, though, in your role as a supporter of the constitutional monarchy.
In Meghan's image of polished, poised mother who broke royal traditions with graces collapsing under the weight of one woman's truth, This isn't about racism, or class, or tabloids. It's about credibility. And DL's voice is cracking through the silence Meghan tried to...
It's that the British royal family fear most.
Forget gossip, forget petty drama. What we're seeing is a potential collapse of royal legitimacy. If DL's story is verified, the entire foundation of Meghan and Harry's royal life titles, fame deals, and even their children's identities falls apart. This isn't just embarrassing, it's unprecedented. At the center, two children unknowingly pulled into a lie too big to contain.